1,000-watt double-ended HPS fixtures are the mainstay of commercial indoor growing operations, so it's easy for smaller home growers to see this and think monkey see, monkey do, right? Well, hold up, amigos. You could be about to waste a lot of time, energy, and money. Sure, double-ended HPS lamps are very efficient on paper, but the key issue is a practical one, namely commercial growing warehouses typically have ceilings of 15 feet high or more, and chances are your home does not. The heat that these lamps produce can really work against you and your plants unless you have sufficient vertical space available. Remember, too much heat on your plant canopy shuts down photosynthesis and can dramatically diminish quality in heat-sensitive crops. If you still need convincing, try positioning the underside of your arm a foot or even 2 feet beneath a 1,000-watt DE lamp when it's been on for an hour, so the heat is unmistakable. You need at least 3 feet between your plant canopy and a regular open DE HPS fixture, with 4 or 5 feet being a safer bet in many cases. And this leaves precious little space for your plants to grow in a domestic setting without investing in a specialty air-cooled reflector such as the ACDE. So today, I want to argue the case for choosing a lower wattage single-ended grow lamp over double-ended 1,000-watt lights and look at some reflector options to suit all budgets. Now, in Europe, 600 watts is the norm, whereas if you ask any grower in North America how many lights they're running, it's assumed that each lamp is 1,000 watts because they're so common. However, I wish all growers on either side of the Atlantic would start out with 600 watt lights, mainly because they're so much kinder to plants. Bigger is not always better, amigos. 600 watt HPS lamps produce less heat so you can position them closer to your canopy without frying it, and this means less light loss to walls and any surrounding floor. Crucially, the decreased distance between your plant canopy and the lamp, typically around 18 to 24 inches for a 600-watt HPS in an open fixture, can still produce a footprint of intense light that's ideal for some light-hungry species. And remember, our goal is to create a uniform pattern of intense light without hot spots. Taking the single-ended lamp route means that you can potentially get growing on a much smaller budget, and the simplest and cheapest single-ended lamp reflectors are known collectively as bat wings. They're usually made from cheaper materials with reflectivity around 80 to 85% and may be prone to more degradation over time. The common shape, actually more like a Dutch barn, relies heavily on cross-reflection to spread light, which can lead to hot spots forming directly beneath the lamp. To keep prices low, a minimum amount of material is used, not much longer than the lamp itself, and this can lead to additional light loss. Good entry-level reflectors include the Value Wing Econo Wing and its slightly bigger brother, the Econo Wing XL, which is more suited for higher wattage lamps. Sticking with the old school, let's hear it for the Chinaman's hat reflector. Woohoo! These are often sold as parabolic reflectors, but their shape doesn't technically fit that description. The lamp is vertically mounted, which means very little light reaches the plants directly from the lamp. Nearly all of it is reflected. Why do this? Well, because the lamp is end-on, you can bring the reflector down really low, even with a 1,000-watt lamp with relatively little radiant heat. Instead, you get a hotspot-free, diffused yet intense light. Just be sure your chosen lamp is rated for a vertical mounting. These reflectors can trap significant amounts of heat and produce round footprints. It's a very kind diffused light for plants, but they don't stitch together well to form a matrix. For a more rectangular footprint, consider something with more angles like the SolarTech Magnum reflector. Next up, the tried and tested double parabolic reflector. These are synonymous with one name, Adjust-A-Wing. Sold worldwide, these reflectors are highly versatile and produce a beautiful uniform light distribution thanks to their highly reflective 95 to 98% finely dimpled German aluminum. Now, as the name implies, you can adjust them on the fly for a deep, penetrating beam of light, or to wider angles for broader coverage. Further, they are open-ended to facilitate airflow around the lamp so they naturally run cool. You can get them in various sizes, larger and long enough to minimize light leakage out the open ends. Beyond that, if you're really looking for air-cooled hoods like the Epic 8-inch, Evolution 8-inch, Magnum XXL, or Dominator XXL, air-cooled reflectors will work together with 600 or 1,000 single-watt ended HPS or metal halide lamps. They will work particularly well in grow tents or confined spaces, and just be careful to hang them securely as air-cooled hoods are much heavier, plus you should clean the glass cover regularly. Final points. When choosing a reflector for a single-ended lamp, be sure that it is designed so that the lamp's arc tube is in the center of the reflector for the best possible spread. A lamp cord of 15 feet or more is recommended too. And if you're still determined to go double-ended, don't forget you can get 750-watt models too. Oh, remember folks, it's not just about giving your plants enough light, but always protecting them from excess radiant heat. You can thank me later. Okay, I'll finish up there. If I missed your favorite reflector or reflector type, or if you have any questions, then let me know in the comments below. This is a big subject, so no doubt we can investigate deeper in future videos. Peace, love, and hotspot-free light to you all. This is Everest, out.